Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Saratoga Racecourse here on Thursday. It is the 1st of September 2022. Going to look at the 1st and 10th race, the stakes races on the program from Saratoga. But before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it around the world. Let's look at the stakes action. The first race we're going to look at is over the jumps. The 10th race is over the flat. The first race, it is the Michael G. Walsh Novice. It's going for a purse $75,000, race for 4-year-olds and upward, which have not won over hurdles prior to the 1st of March of 2021, or which never won 3 races here other than blah, 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 blah. We have a field of 8 horses going to the inner turf course, which is also the jumps course. The distance of ground here of about 3,800 meters, or the distance of ground of about 2 miles and 3/8 on the Saratoga inner turf course. 3,800 meters, 2 miles 3/8 inner turf. My top selection, I'm going to go take the number 5 horse here, Decisive Triumph. I'm going to go 5-2-6-3 in the superfecta. 5-2-6-3 super. Top selection of 5 horse, Decisive Triumph. 9-year-old gelding by Kitten's Joy. Mark Breacher trains one. Jamie Bargary gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 3rd of August here at Saratoga. 2 miles and 16th in the Jonathan Kaiser Memorial. And the horse finished second by 1 3/4 lengths, and he was sitting on the front end. He jumped a decent race. He got caught late by How Buddy, but he still ran his heart out here. Second off the bench back to Saratoga, where he's run decently. I'm going to give him another shot here today. 2 back, he ran at down in Nashville on the 14th of May, 2 miles and a quarter in a 75,000 novice race, and he finished second by 3/4 of a length there. And that afternoon, he just kind of stalked all the way around. He had the lead, and it looked like he was going to win quite easily, but then he kind of got caught by Scorpion's Revenge. He was running back. There's one today. He just had the jump closing up from nowhere. This horse maybe just a little bit too fresh early on there. And then prior to that, in the Queen's Cup over the 2 miles 3/8, he finished second by 3/4 length there. And again, he just couldn't keep up late. When he sees a challenger recently, it seems like he just goes down without the fight. But coming here today off some decent races, I'm going to give him a shot. I think the 2 horse, Freddie Flintshear, is your second likeliest winner. 4-year-old gelding by Flintshear. Kerry Bryan trains one. Parker Hendricks gets the mount. Most recently at Saratoga, 2 miles and 16th over the hurdles in a allowance race. He won by 4 3/4 lengths there, and he sat back early. He slowly moved his way up, and he went away with it. A very good race for him there. And then prior to that, 2 miles and 1/8 in the main special weight over the hurdles. He broke the maiden that day, winning by 1/4 lengths again, really closing up well. So you may have noticed over the jumps here at Saratoga, that horse making that final good move recently has been really showing up. He looks like he can have a good turn of foot here. At 5-2, I'll definitely use him. To recount my selection for the opener from Saratoga, it is the Michael G. Walsh Novice. Let's take the 5 horse Decisive Triumph. Give kudos to the 2 horse Freddie Flintshear. 5-2-6-3 super. 5-2 in your multi-race. The 10th race from Saratoga now, as we scroll over to it. It is the P.G. Johnson Stakes. It's going for a purse of $150,000. Races for 2-year-old fillies. We have 9 horses entered, but keep in mind the 9 horse is an MTO. So 8 will head to the inner turf course. The distance of ground of 1,700 meters, or the distance of ground of 1 mile and 1/16 on the Saratoga inner turf course. 1,700 meters, 1 mile 16th here in the P.G. Johnson. A prep race for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf, and something that bothers me about the Juvenile Fillies Turf, I think they should run it at 1 mile and 1/8 or 1 mile 16th, not at a mile, because all the prep races are like 1 mile 16th, but the race is a mile, which kind of, it kind of irks me, but if it was my decision, I would run the races at 1 mile and 1/8 on the turf. But my top selection here, I'm going to go with the number 5 horse, the 5 horse who is Idea Generation. 5-6-1-8 for me in the superfecta. 5-6-1-8 super. Top selection of 5 horse, Idea Generation. 2-year-old filly by Dubowie. Chad Brown trains this one. Flavian Pratt gets the mount. This horse came out of that weird race on the 24th of July here at Saratoga. Mile 16th on the inner turf course in the main special weight. He finished second by a nose, but because there was a tractor malfunction, they couldn't get the starting gate out of the way, so they thought, but they did get it out of the way, with time to spare, but they, there might have been a little panic on the backstretch where they were pulling up the horses. Then they pulled up for a split portion of the race, like for not even a 16th of a mile, but then they continued to race on. This horse just kind of stalked. He moved a little bit late, but, it was a weird run. Now, coming here today, where you probably sit back and hopefully break well, if he runs that similar race today with no pulling up, I think he can win against these horses. Since the last run, he's been training quite well. Half mile workout in 50 flat, the 18th best workout at 31, and a half mile workout in 50 flat again, 25th best workout 26, 67, and a half mile on the Oklahoma training turf in 49.2, 30th best workout 74. So he's training well. His one race, okay, it wasn't a complete race, but he ran well during it. 5-2, I'm going to use this horse. I think you also have to use a 6 horse to be your best. This Cheerfully by Mahar, Horacio de Paz trains this one. Jose Ortiz gets the mount. Most recently at Saratoga, mile 16th in Main Special win 31st July. The horse won by 3 1/4 lengths, closing up from nowhere. He won quite nicely. Since the last race, another horse he's been training very well. Wouldn't surprise me if he gets the job done. 7-5, we'll use him on the ticket. And the one horse, Lady Jasmine for David Donk. I love her debut, where she won sitting a little closer to the front end. If there's a horse going to steal it on the front end, it would probably be her. 6-1. Let's use her in the pick 4. But to recount my selection for the 10th from Saratoga, it is the P.G. Johnson. Let's take the 5 horse Idea Generation. Give kudos to the 6 horse, be your best, and the 1 horse, Lady Jasmine. 5-6-1-8 Super. 5-6-1 in your multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.